Have you ever wondered what childhood was like in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s? Let's take a trip back in time and see how kids from around the world, like in the USA, Canada, Australia, and other places, spent their childhood. What was different? What was the same? Let's find out. In the 1980s, kids spent a lot of time playing outside. In the USA, they played baseball or American football. In Canada, hockey was huge, and in Australia, cricket was the game of choice. At home, kids watched black and white cartoons like Tom and Jerry or the Flintstones. Family time was important. Kids loved watching TV shows like Full House or The Cosby Show with their families. It was a simple, cozy time. By the 1990s, things started to change. Kids were now playing video games on consoles like Nintendo 64 or Sega. Games like Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog were very popular. Schools were changing too. Kids started learning how to use computers and the internet. It was a big new thing. But even with all the tech, kids still loved to spend time outside, riding bikes or skateboarding. The 90s kids knew how to enjoy both the real world and the digital world. In the early 2000s, the internet really started to take over. Kids were emailing, chatting on MSN Messenger, and checking out websites. And mobile phones, yes, they were finally here. DVD discs replaced VHS tapes, and watching movies at home became super popular. Kids were also chatting late at night on the phone with friends, talking about the latest trends. Whether you grew up in the USA, Canada, Australia, or somewhere else, childhood in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s had its own special memories. Even though the world has changed a lot, we all share those memories of simpler times. What about you? How was your childhood? Every generation has its own childhood memories that last forever. What was the best part of your childhood? Drop a comment and share your story.